Hey guys, welcome to another episode of CryptoSparta podcast. It's a lot of stuff to talk about, and not
Mostly
necessarily in
bad.
a good
Yeah,
way.
not necessarily good. It's been a pretty hectic week, similar to, I don't know, maybe the last time we felt this was maybe when time was, or no, Luna was crashing. So that often or that soon. And then probably where we have another like Twitter panic, like steep drop, 20% ETH drop and then like within the last like 12 hours. And so ETH has like gone to a new low where it was basically probably the past month. It was ranging around like 1700. People were joking like it's pegged to 1700 now. But then this, we'll talk about it. Then this crash basically dropped from 1700. Now it's at like 1200, hover, or it dipped back to 1100 last night. And Bitcoin too was at like 27, 28, 30, almost 30, and then it just dipped to 21,000. And like there's a bunch of different factors. Obviously, you know that we're in a recession right now, bear market.
This is like the macro part of the schedule. There's going to be some rate hikes, it appears.
Yeah, the FOMC, which is like that financial institution that decides the rates or inflation, how they control the flow of our economy. And they're expecting like a very high a rate hike of like 0.75 basis points, which is like really that's a lot in layman terms if you don't know what that means. But
well, also last week the CPI came out at 8.6. It was projected per 8.3.
And then
I think anytime that they go over
shrinkflation, which I didn't even know.
No, and demand destruction.
They make the portion size smaller, so your bag of chips is like 2 ounces less, but they cost like 25 cents more. So like that's happening. Cost of goods, like it's hard out there. I think my mom was like, and she's like been through the Vietnam War and was a refugee, and like knows, and she's like, you gotta treat this as wartime right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you're saving every penny, like not a lot of spending going on. But I mean, it doesn't seem like the world has changed that much, especially with COVID dwindling down, and people are outside more. But just things are shit more expensive.
Some of the things that are factoring in are the fact that China has shut down, and I've heard that there's like, I think that while we don't feel it, and not to be like some wokester, but it's like we're a bit privileged where there are parts of the world that feel it. And
we're also in our parents' basements.
Yeah. That's true as well. Classic crypto guys.
Yeah.
Shout out. But the thing about it is that it appears that the worst, and I think that Brian and I, and like I said, not financial advice, not legal advice, we have been on not necessarily a roll, and we've had like bad calls, but I think like sometimes like
it pays to be on Twitter.
Yes.
And scroll.
Just be like a week ahead, or like, and then I think it was even, which is ironic, I think it was Suzu who was like on Up Only, where it's like, you need to figure out where you are on the human centipede of information.
Or no, the bell curve. That's actually helped me out.
Not the bell curve, but
the bell curve of like, giga brain, smooth brain, and then like the average American. You know that like meme where it's like you have to.
But I mean, this is
self-realization.
Like, do we just go like straight to Three Arrows Capitals and Giga Brains getting wrecked, or? No, I mean, I think we talk a little bit about we talk a little bit more about the macro. But like hearing about things a little early, where we had heard about Celsius a little early and thought about it, and you hear the rumors, and then
still did nothing about it.
Yeah, but like at least a little bit ahead of time. But some people really know, or some people knew the whole time when certain things happen, that things become insolvent, and now people are, as they say, hunting the liquidations, like
sweeping the floor.
If like Celsius was like at a certain lower level, like I think sometimes we have to take a pause, and Brian and I have been talking about it where I'd say we can like say this in a crisp, concise way both together.